He must then live, Gamoto. Welcome to another edition of the No Choftes podcast. It is a review of OMONOIA against Flora. We're through to the next round on penalties. I shit my pants. I don't know about you guys. I've got Roy here and I've got Mr. DJ Michael. Why are you DJ Michael anyway? Why?
It's DJ STS, Michael.
DJ
Michael's
STS,
a surname.
but are you DJ STS though?
Well,
is that what's on the flyers?
Yeah. But I need to add my surname because there's another STS in Cyprus. So for copyright or whatever you call it, I need to add my surname.
What do you mean copyright? Who was there first?
It was me, but the other one, I got a Horis and Donoman. Long story, whatever.
We need to have a word. We need to have a word. I'm being serious. I'm serious. We need to have a word. Get him on. You know what? You guys need to have like a DJ battle. You know how like you got a rap battle? You guys need to have a DJ battle. Whoever wins gets the name. Like in WrestleMania, loser leaves town.
Oh my God.
See, this is what happens when you come on this podcast, mate. I've had 4 coffees in the space of 2 hours. I am buzzing. I don't give a fuck. We're through to the next round. It was a performance that took about 15 years off of my life. I'm glad that I didn't have any hair before this because I can't worry about that no more. Roy is quiet. This is how I know he's stressed. When Roy is quiet, he's stressed. So let me ask you something, yeah? How much did you shoot yourself, Roy? Did you have diarrhea at a level where like pedigree jump, where a dog will think it's food?
Απλά πέθανα. It's like you said. Έφυγα 15-20 χρόνια από τη ζωή μου. Αλλά πόσο σαν τσιάρα πια μέσα σε μια εβδομάδα πια την παράταση και ο δεύτερον ημίχρονο. So yeah, you can imagine that. Man, I don't know if I'm a good addition to the pod, but I know, and we mentioned that with Janos on the pod the other day, that at this point what counts the most is for us to go through to the next round. We did. As I didn't really have time to read what Berg said on the press conference. I just got a notification now that Babastavru was asked about transfers, and he says just wait and see what's coming.
I like this. Nice. I like this. Nice. I like the strategy. This is what I'm talking about. Like I said on the podcast the other day, on the netcast, he's not a businessman. He's a businessman. When he talks, he backs his shit up. Yeah, he puts his money where his mouth is. He's got money. He's got the peas. Yeah, not like that fucking mushroom king that fucking nicks money left, right, and center and takes commission of any transfers that's made. Yeah, we got a guy. Listen, don't get me started on that motherfucker. We don't want to talk about them cunts because we're through to the next round. It's that simple.
Yeah, man. But to be honest, okay, I don't want to be a party pooper, but you know, we don't have to forget where we were a few years ago. A second. Κάπως έτσι ρε φίλε.
One second. You keep talking. 1 second. You keep talking.
Ναι, να μιλώ. Αλλά ρε φίλε, εντάξει, δεν πρέπει να ξεχνούμε που είμαστε πριν κάποια χρόνια. Να βγάλουμε Παπασταύρου εδώ τώρα. Αλλά ναι ρε φίλε, δεν ξέρω. Είχα πει κάποια πράγματα και προσπαθούσα να είμαι όσο πιο προσεκτικός μπορώ. Εξακολουθώ να πιστεύω στην ομάδα. Εξακολουθώ να πιστεύω ο χρόνος να δουλέψει υπέρ μας. Είχαμε και πολλές ατυχίες, τραυματισμούς, απρόσμενους και στην ώρα του παιχνιδιού και πριν το παιχνίδι. In a sense, sorry, ξαμιλώ ελληνικά μόνο εγώ τώρα και ξιάσα ότι...
It's okay, keep talking.
Εντάξει, είχαμε σαν ομάδα κάποια πλεονεκτήματα που κουβαλούσαμε... κάπως έτσι ψυχή μου. Αλλά ναι, but even so, man, like we said many times last year, it's different when you isolate games and different when you see what happens throughout the whole season. Obviously, we're judging what's going on now. We're through to the next round. We're in a group stage, second year on a bounce. We still have an opportunity to go to the Europa League. Like I mentioned earlier with Chris, we had a lot of injuries unexpectedly. But that further makes the point that I believe that we should have been more prepared for this game, whether that be on a physical level or have more options, whether that be quantity or quality. I think we were very lucky to go through. Flora played better than us. They wanted it more. They had more energy. Okay, we missed some chances.
You said they wanted it more. Careful,
yeah, they wanted it more.
Careful,
Okay.
careful.
Yeah.
You know what happens when you say that. Yeah. You know what happens?
I'm ready to take the shit, man, today. Yeah.
Listen, Roy, let me ask you something, right?
Yeah.
When you saw the team lineup, right, we kind of expected that, right? Because obviously Lesiak's didn't travel for whatever reason. Kiko came in. Panayiotini was starting ahead of Yuster. The only thing I thought we were going to have was Foddy behind Shepa, but then Shepa got injured in the warm-up. So effectively, we've made one change there. I know it wasn't a substitution, but it was one change there. So Gagu is up front, who obviously isn't our first choice striker. So the odds were stacked against us even before the game's kicked off. We got a goal up, right? And as I was saying to you there, Chris, you know, we for me, the one thing that frustrated me most is that we attacked them. It's like we went for the kill. Like we didn't have to score. That's what disappointing. Okay, actually, we went a goal up, yeah. But even then, second half, we still attacked, and I'm thinking, just stand off. We don't need to chase this game. We don't need to chase it, and that's the one disappointing thing for me. But in terms of what you said there, Roy, in terms of the recruitment, in terms of the players, they were dropping like flies. Eric went off injured, so the odds were stacked against us. Fucking even when we were winning, man. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Like I said, I wasn't too pleased with the performance second half, but I think extra time we wouldn't say we controlled the tempo, but we got used to the system that we were playing. Chris, I was telling you, you know, we were messaging each other over Instagram that I was expecting balls in the box, and that's what happened. You know, what's your take on everything in general? Because I can go on all day. I think all of us can go on all day, to be honest. And I want to see more comments in the chat as well. I want to see people talking. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're still very uneasy.
Sorry.
Quite a few positives. Panayiotini, really respect. Man of the match for me.
Panayiotini, bruv.
Decent.
No, Paolo Maldini. Panayiotini.
So strong. Decent performance. I was telling Roy also, Mix was very good. He was playing further than Jordi, trying to create a lot. But there's also negatives. I like to say it straightforward. We didn't deserve to pass. And now the ball was in. Left Foreman out the ball. I'm happy we passed. I'll say it how it is. But there's a lot of things we need to improve. Relieved. Yep. Very, very relieved.
But when you say we need to improve, what areas? Because the one thing I will say is the stamina levels are not what they should be. They're not what they should be. And this is what I'm concerned about. And I know there was a change in the backroom staff from a fitness perspective, right? At the beginning of the season, well, a few weeks ago. So I don't know whether that's got something to do with it. But from what I've seen and from what I've seen over the years when it comes to football, when players are tired, when they've reached that red zone, that's when the injuries occur. And actually, Eric's one couldn't be helped. But Shepa, I don't know what happened for him to be injured. But that's what I'm saying. When players get tired, they get cramp or they get injured. And Kiko was a perfect example. Knackered, fucked, injured. And this is my main concern. The stamina levels are not what they should be right now. That being said, 120 more minutes a day, that's going to help. Our next game is in eight days' time. So what changes do you think need to be made? I know you said that changes need to be made. What do you mean?
I don't know, but we're missing players. I liked Iyai. He showed some very good signs. But I'm telling you, I told Stel, I told you, I told Roy, we're missing a player like Thiago. We're missing a proper 10. That's why I was telling Roy also, for me, because he can do something. Keep Loizu, keep the pace for the second half. Because it's the same thing. Second half, they started attacking us, they got the goal, and they were controlling the game. I don't know what's going wrong, and they're getting so tired during the second half. It's frustrating.
Roy, Bemo, where's the problem?
like the problem. Okay, like I said, we in some aspects I can excuse. In Greek we say elafrindikon και δικαιολογητικon. The one is just like there's a difference between the two words. I don't know how to explain them in English.
Fine. Doesn't matter. You don't need it in English. We've got bare Cypriots and Greeks watching right now. You don't need to speak English. Your heart's in your mouth. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Jesus is watching. Jesus is watching.
It's like 8:30. How are you going to sleep tonight?
Repent. Come on, baby.
Okay, we had an advantage, which was that for the past 2 years we held like a spine and a core of players, and we just needed to add a few extra quality to that. Okay, like I said, for different reasons, some of them our fault, some of them maybe not our fault, maybe it's unlucky, maybe it's for different reasons. We ought to be more prepared and more ready. The fitness level of the team is understandably a lower level than what it should be. Η άμυνα μας που ήταν το σημείο αναφορά μας τα τελευταία 2 χρόνια, we conceded 2 very sloppy goals today, very cheap goals. And remember how many times we kept the clean sheet last year and how many times we weren't threatened in games. Maybe we would complain that we didn't create as much, but teams wouldn't threaten us as well. We don't have the depth at the moment, but like I said, it might be with the existing squad plus a couple of other players. It's unfair to put on a lot of weight on youngsters as well. Let's not forget that a few weeks ago, Loizo and Marino were τα μωρά που έρχονταν με σχολικών λεωφορείων, and it's unfair a few weeks later να οι παίχτες που να πιάνουν την Ομόνια από sharing και να την πάρουν στο επόμενο επίπεδο. We're talking σιγά σιγά, να μην τους κρούσουμε, να μην τους κάψουμε. Φαίνεται πάρα πολλά η απουσία του Κούσου, επειδή ο Κούσου για μέ αναγκάζει και τον Τζόρτι κατά κύριο λόγο να κάνει πολλά παραπάνω πράγματα που ήταν συνηθισμένος και εν αντέχει. Ο Μίξ ενώ ήταν πολλά βελτιωμένος όσοι ώρα αντέχει και ήταν πολλά καλός και εκείνος εκουράστηκε. Φίλε, εγώ θα σας πω ψέματα. Μπήκε παίχτης μέσα και όσο Μιτσής ο ασημένος και ποιος είναι τούτος ρε φίλε. Ποιος είναι τούτος ρε φίλε.
He had a good game. He had a good game. It didn't faze him. It didn't faze him.
Okay, but I had to Google that guy. Who he was ρε φίλε. I didn't know who he was. Okay, obviously I knew
it's like, you're like, what's his name? Conor McGregor in the press conference. Who the fuck is that guy?
Mate, he might turn out to be the best player that we ever had. I don't know, Refile. Allah it further makes my point. What the fuck's going on, Refile? I don't know. I don't know.
Let me tell you something, yeah? Zefki came on. Right. Yeah. And when he came on, the first thing I thought, and I don't think I should be saying this, but I'm like, I know he's someone that was trying to get him a loan for a club in England, like a League One club. Okay. Like, you know, no disrespect to the kid. I've got nothing against him. This is the first time I've actually seen him properly. And I thought, we're bringing on a player who someone was trying to hawk out to a League One team. Like, right, is this what's going on? But at the same time, I'm excited because these are youngsters, man. These are youngsters. And I know it sounds really stupid, but it just shows that the conveyor belt of talent is working, you know? The conveyor belt, okay, we could have got slapped. But we didn't. Panayiotini was immense, bruv. Like, immense.
He was
you know?
sick. He was
fucking, you know, Zefki came on and he was running around and he was trying. You know, it's just like I said, I got excited seeing these youngsters. And even when it came to penalties, I'm thinking, you know what? Fuck it. This is only going to help them experience-wise. For some reason, I'm always thinking long-term when it comes to certain things like this. I was like, Andax, if we lose, fuck, we're out. But at the same time, this is experience. This helps you when it comes to the future. And, you know, those penalties, apart from Lang's one, which, all right, okay, you know, less said about that, the better. Every single one of them was perfect. Sati smashed it down the middle. Yordi in off the bar. Like fucking Eustace rolled it in. EA Like I messaged Ernest. I'm like, bruv, you got competition when it comes to penalties. Yeah. Because Ernest did the same against Red Star Belgrade. The first touch, he rolled it in the eye. He was just like, fuck this. My golf is better, and I can take better penalties better than you.
If you sorry, I got to go. Maybe I might be a little bit unfair. It's because it reminds me a bit of the game against them lot when we got disqualified. Okay, now I'm a bit relieved because we went through. Maybe tomorrow, I don't want to say things I want to regret. I'm going to regret. Okay, but sometimes even
you sound like you're drunk in Ayanna by chatting to a bird. Yeah, and in the morning you wake up like, fuck. Why did I tell her I loved her? I've only known her 5 minutes. Just because she's got a double D cup doesn't. Anyway, I'm sorry.
What the fuck's in your coffee, man?
Listen, I took my kid to this trampoline park earlier, right? And I bought this coffee. It was £2.75, right? And I kept the cup. For what's the word? Out of just pettiness, I spent almost £3 on a fucking coffee. So I'm reusing this. I'm saving the environment. I told you, my 4th cup.
We're used to spending that much for coffee down here. It's nothing unusual.
I make my own coffee, but Anyway, sorry, Karen. I'm interrupting too much. Carry on. Carry on. I'm gonna mute myself.
Πουλαλής. Και ρε φίλε, λέω ξανά, μπορεί αύριο να μετανιώσω κάποια πράγματα που να πω. Θέλω να είμαι όσο πιο supportive γίνεται, θέλω να είμαι όσο behind the team, λέω σου. Νιώθω παραπάνω ανακούφιση, αλλά ταυτόχρονα έχω και ανησυχία για την εξέλιξη της πορείας μας. Δηλαδή το ότι επεράσαμε θεωρώ το παραπάνω τύχη παρά κάτι που είδα να δουλεύκεται και κάτι που να εξελίσσεται. Επαναλαμβάνω, είχαμε και ατυχίες και τραυματισμούς, πράγματα τα οποία ίσως να μην ευθέαμε, κάποια άλλα που να ευθέαμε λίγο παραπάνω. Η πραγματικότητα όμως είναι ότι οφείλεις σε τούτα τα παιχνίδια να είσαι όσο πιο έτοιμος γίνεται τη δεδομένη στιγμή. Σου λέω ότι για 90 λεπτά να βγάλεις αυτοματισμούς και να παίζεις με κλειστά μάτια και να you're gonna have them against the rope and kill them. I mean, I don't want to say something different if we win and something different if we lose. The fact that we won, like I said, is a relief. But there's a lot of mistakes that happened and a lot of good things that happened. Some of the good things, like we said, is Panayiotini, is the fact that the youngsters got some opportunities, even though they wouldn't have if things were a bit different. We went through. Fabi, πρέπει να ονομάσουμε το νέο μας γήπεδο Φαβιάνο νομίζω, όχι Άγαλμαν, γιατί κάποιοι λαλούν και Άγαλμαν, εγώ λαλώ να κάνουμε το γήπεδο μας Fabiano Freitas και κανεί, ας πούμε, ο άνθρωπος. Και that goes to show that when you want someone and you pay for him and it takes you to the next level, that's what you have to do. You need a Fabiano in other lines as well.
Bruv, he has saved us on numerous occasions, right? And for me, it's a big concern. Okay, I understand the great goalkeepers will save you 15 to 20 points a season. Okay, and your goalkeeper is only as good as the back line in front of him. But without Lufna, and I don't like bringing this up, without Lufna, we look a little bit shaky. Now, I don't know whether it's because obviously Panayiotini has just come in and he hasn't got that much experience playing at centre back regularly with Lang. That relationship isn't there. I don't know whether it's because Yuste has hardly kicked the ball. I mean, this is his first real appearance for us. So we haven't seen that consistency or that level of match sharpness. But the long term, they need to gel quickly because Flora were getting in behind us too often. They did it too much in the first leg and they did it too much today. And it's a concern because you need that fluidity and that cohesion. But the other thing I will say there, Roy, today in wide areas, they ripped us to shreds on our left-hand side. Yep. Now, Kiko, again, has hardly played for us recently. He's come in and the fullbacks were overlapping. The wide men were tucking in and he was getting absolutely ripped to shreds. And again, I don't want to dig people out, but Johnny's didn't do enough defensively for me today. He didn't do enough defensively because every time that fullback was getting forward, Johnny's was 20, 30 yards behind him. That's not good enough. Now I don't know whether that was the ploy or whether that was expected. Whether Berg was saying you need to save your energy, but it didn't help Kiko. It was 2-on-1 every fucking time. So I don't know.
Yep.
Hello.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think? Because we were talking about this earlier.
It was very frustrating because I was seeing it and I couldn't see Kiko anywhere. And I was thinking, why is he not making the run? Has Berg told him to stay back just in case? Like, I don't like to speak bad. I'm respectful.
Say your truth, boss. Just say it. Say it.
Actually, I know he's not ready. He hasn't played games, but he just didn't do enough today. It just didn't do enough. He tried, but
but when you say didn't do enough, is it because he wasn't given the opportunity to do enough? Because when Jan plays, he's always overlapping. He's always bombing down that left-hand side. I didn't see enough of that with Kiko today. Now, I don't know whether it's because he was given that instruction, because as I said before, the wide man and their fullback were always pressing, always getting forward.
Yep.
So if Lesiak was playing, would we see that enough from him? I don't know.
think so.
Yeah? Did you see that enough in the first leg for you to think that? Because I didn't see. I saw 2 occasions. There was the assist and there was one where he beat the fullback, and that was it. I didn't see that in the second half.
Like so, Jan. As I said, Kiko doesn't have games, so we can understand Gadalave if Hannigan must have. But again, maybe Berg told him, listen, stay back, cover. I don't know. Anyway, but again, just like Roy says, it was a relief. It was very, very hard. It shouldn't go to that. We should finish off the game. How many times did Asfumen for his chances? He had a clear chance. He should have put it in the back of the net. I didn't get that. Score it. Finish the game.
But this is something that me and Roy have been saying for a long time. At this level, you've got to take your opportunities. We had the chance where it fell to Loizo, where he miskicked the ball, and then Eric tripped on it. So that's the first chance. That was right in front of goal. There was Gagu's goal, which he scored. Then in the second half, there was the penalty incident, which I don't think really need to talk about because whatever it is. But Foddy had a chance where he broke through and he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Then in the second half, in extra time, he's running through down the middle. He could have played Johnny's through. These are little mistakes that are so basic that you wouldn't expect that you'd expect to see at amateur level, at Sunday League level, right? You can't fuck up these opportunities at this level because you're only going to get a handful of them. If you get 4 opportunities, you got to be scoring 2. Yep. It's not like the Brodatlimo, you're going to get 6 or 7 or even 8 opportunities a game. You're going to score 4 or 5. Do you know what I mean? It's a different level. And their goalkeeper, no disrespect, was shit. He was shit. He was flapping at every fucking cross, right? Shots were going wide and he's diving 20 yards that way. You see him in the penalties. He didn't get anywhere near the penalties. When Lang put it wide, he was going near the fucking corner flag.
Yep.
Shit keeper. Test him for fuck's sake. But, we're shooting balls straight down the middle at him. You can't miss these opportunities. You got to take these opportunities. So, this needs to change if we're to be serious at European level. That being said, again, we were tested today. We rode the storm. We got lucky. We got very lucky.
Yep.
But we're looking at it now. We're through. We're guaranteed group stage in the Conference League. Antwerp are going to be very difficult. They're going to be very difficult.
Very difficult.
But like I said, my concern is the stamina levels, and now it's the injuries. I don't know what's happening. So
it's very stressful.
Are we going to sit here and stress though? I mean, if we'd have lost it, can you imagine we'd be suicidal? Like people would be messaging
Stel, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, yeah? I said that.
Trying to read this.
Η απόφαση μας για έναν παιχνίδι, το πώς βλέπουμε έναν παιχνίδι, the result shouldn't play a role in our judgment about the game.
Yeah.
Remove the result and see what the performance. What do you keep? What do you need to change? This is it. I'm not saying that, this is OMONOIA. I'm not saying this is OMONOIA's roof. I'm not saying that, but there have been mistakes and we have to learn from the mistakes. And even the goal today we scored, I think it made us a little bit complacent because we scored at the end of the first half. then they scored the equalizer really early on, and from that point onwards, we weren't there. We didn't do anything. We couldn't keep the ball. We couldn't control the game. We couldn't pass the ball. We couldn't defend well. There was nothing there. So that's what I'm saying. The fact that we won, and we didn't win, we went through, has a name, and his name's Fabiano, and the reason is luck. Okay, nothing. It's nothing tactical. It's not like an ace out the sleeve. It's not because Asimeno came in or Zefti came in without trying to be unfair. We were lucky, and we need to change. And if we want to stand a chance with Antwerp, because Antwerp is no Flora Tallinn, okay, they're from a Belgian school, which we all know what level they play at football. Okay, and we need to bring in players, whether that is because we've got a lot of injuries or because we need to level up. Okay, we need some players in the squad, both for quantity and quality. And like I said, Fabiano saved us on many occasions, and he's a top-class player. And the reason he's there is because we managed to negotiate with him, but also pay maybe a bit more than we would normally do for a goalkeeper and for any other player. So if there's another 2 players in the market, or 3, I don't know. Like I said, Papastavru said, wait and see. So I don't know what's up his sleeve. But my opinion is that we should have had these players ready to play for these games. I don't want them to play with δεν ξέρω, Καρμιώτης σαν και πολεμήθηκια και Πεκκεϊού και Τριβίλουρα. Κατάλαβες τώρα.
Well, Joe, they had Flora had a striker today that scored twice. He was playing up front on his own. Antwerp won 5-2 at the weekend against Standard Liège. How many goals do you think their striker scored in that game?
Πόσα δερά, 5-2.
They won 5-2, yeah. How many goals do you think their striker scored in that game?
4.
5. You got all of them.
Wow.
Okay, saying that, I don't like to be dependent on one player. Don't get me wrong. I like what we had last year when a lot of players contributed in the scoring. We had Ernest, we had Fodi, we had Usu, we had Jordi, we had Chepa. So we had Johnny who scored goals. But yeah, definitely you need a striker that can finish off like the opportunities. Maybe he's not going to be there for 90 minutes, but when, you need to have a striker. For example, last year, Dura scored 2, Kagu scored 1 or 2, Sene scored 1, and Chepa scored 8. So, οι 3 plus 4 strikers που είχαμε, έβαλασαν 5 γκολ, ρε φίλε.
Yeah, exactly. And Michael is just Mike Pieri, chairman of OMONOIA Youth. Yeah.
Mike.
For those of you that are watching that don't know who Mike Pieri is, there's a grassroots football club in London called OMONOIA Youth. No, there's no link with OMONOIA. They just share the same name. But Mike's the chairman, and they've got a lot of teams going from under 19s, under 18s, 17s, etc., all the way down to Mike. Just tell us the age groups, please, before I fuck this one up. But this team won the FA Grassroots Team of the Year. Team of the Year. Of all the grassroots club in the UK, they've won it. And this is down to Mike and his coaching staff. OMONOIA, a Cypriot team. Yeah? Best in the UK. Understand this. The level of work and effort and talent that they have. This is why OMONOIA, Nicosia, needs to get in touch with Mike and do some kind of, little bit of work here, because our youth academy at OMONOIA is thriving. That youth academy is working. Well, I don't know. Anyway, congratulations, Mike. And he's right. Yeah, you're concerned. The team looked tired in the last 20, 25 minutes. Edo. And this is the thing, fatigue. This is something that we spoke about at the beginning, It's very dangerous, but and fatigue comes injuries. And maybe they're coming, okay, that's it. Today, the injury with Eric, that was not fatigue. It was just he landed awkwardly. But the others, Shepard, I don't know how or what, but I'm sure we'll find out. But to be realistic, with 9 missing players and 4 youngsters on the pitch, that win was the most crucial for the next months. I agree.
That's a very nice way to put it. But he's a bit more sober and rational than what I am at the moment.
Roy, here's a question.
You can spell it however you want, man.
Say shit. Here we go. 32 teams, under 7 to under 18, plus under 5, under 6, and a men's team. And I think there's a girls' team as well. Isn't there? Sorry, women's team as well. So 32 teams.
Nice.
So that's at least 32 coaches, at least. Yeah, that's hard work, man. Yeah, 4 girls' teams and a disability. Come on, these are levels, man. That's hard work.
Very nice. That's very nice.
That's hard work, man. And Mike's got a job as well. Like, he's a teacher. So not only is he dealing with fucking kids every day, he's dealing with fucking kids in football. So, you know, I don't know. Well done, Mike. Hats off to you, brother. But yeah, so gentlemen, I think we've gone long enough, half an hour. Okay, Mike, 450 young players, 55 coaches. Okay, your dick's big, Mike. Okay, sorry. What do you mean to tell you? Right, so in conclusion, gentlemen, we're pleased we've gone through. We're a little bit concerned with circumstances moving forward. In the next couple of weeks, how long do you think we're going to be feeling this way? Do you guys, is it a matter of bringing in players to kind of alleviate that pressure? Or is it the fact that we need to sort something out in the background, be it with training, be it with, I don't know, to make things better?
It's a bit of everything. I think that's why I've mentioned this many times before. We have been unlucky. There've been a lot of injuries. There've been things that weren't in the schedule or in the program, but we have also been very reluctant and hesitant to sign players when we should have been more αποφασιστικοί, like put our hand down and be ready. Like I said, we had an advantage that we carried for 2 years, and we managed to turn it into a disadvantage this year. I mean, okay. On the other hand, we're keeping την πρόκριση, προχωρούμε, second year on the bounce. Let's not forget, like we mentioned the other time, that, you know, not long ago, we weren't even playing in Europe. And look at Apoel. Apoel was playing against Panathinaikos. So I would rather be where I'm at now rather than playing a friendly with Panathinaikos.
Yep.
But we need to progress. We don't have to be complacent. We have to see what we have to do, whether that be the physical part, whether that be the quantity, the quality, our tactic, the concentration, and all of that, because we need to step up. And like I said, at this point, I don't expect the team to be on top form. But even at this point, I expect more from the team. And I haven't seen this. And for example, okay, against Dynamo, they were a better team. And it was logical, and the most possible scenario happened. But with this team, the only advantage they had against us was the physical condition and nothing more. I don't think any of the players from Flora could start στην OMONOIA. Εντάξει, δεν νομίζω εγώ. Δηλαδή τώρα μου πεις ποια έναν παίχτη της Flora, τον καλύτερο παίχτη, και βάρτον να σου παίζει βασικός μες στην OMONOIA. Ποιο πέτε μου εσείς.
I was impressed by the number 8. What's his name? Fucking hell, Omnet. Let me just find out Omnet. Flora versus OMONOIA. I'm being a disservice by not knowing his name, in all fairness. Where is he? Number... fuck's sake. I'm going to find him. Hang about. Oyama, the number 8. He was very impressive. Very impressive, I think, to be fair. Even their fullbacks were good, especially in the overlap. But yeah, you're right. If you want to talk about, you know, being regulars in our team, no
chance.
No. That doesn't strip them from the fact that they tried and they gave a good fight and they were a very good team, and I applaud them. And I think
they had us on the ropes for the majority of the match there. That's the concern.
There you go. But so, like I said, we should see what we should do to change. We need to step up, to level up. And that's my conclusion. I try to be as sober as possible, and όσο πιο ήρεμος μπορώ σε το που ήθελα να πω, επειδή θέλω να είμαι supportive για την ομάδα, αλλά εντάξει, να τα λαλούμε όπως τα νιώθουμε. Είμαστε podcast, είμαστε fans, έτσι νιώθουμε τώρα. Εντάξει, όσο έτσι είναι, ρε φίλε.
No, I don't think we've said anything that other fans haven't said. In fact, I think we've been more articulate and more balanced when it comes down to it, in all fairness. Well, actually, no, you guys have been more coherent. I've just been like bleating around like a madman, you know. I might as well just do Britney Spears and start throwing a gareglan at the dijon and that kind of stuff. But Chris, you seem too relaxed, bruv. You seem too relaxed. Is this you on your come down now?
No. But give me the opposite. No, listen, I'm happy, I'm relieved. I'm still I'm going to put my head on the pillow now. I'm going to be thinking, what can we change? What went wrong? What can we do? Να τα σκέφτομαι. Και να ξυπνήσω αύριο να τα σκέφτομαι πάλι. Because that's how I am. I'm passionate about my football team. Just έτσι είμαστε.
Φίλε, αύριο μεθαύριο εγώ μπορεί να τα έχω πιο καθαρά μες στο νου μου. Όχι μπορεί, σίγουρα να τα έχω πιο καθαρά μες στο νου μου, αλλά τώρα που τέλειωσε, διαφορετικά με έκαναμε το live τώρα, δεν ξέρω πότε μπορούσαμε να το κάνουμε, και κάτι πράγμα και εντάξει, οκ ρε φίλε, τούτο είναι. Είμαστε οπαδοί της ομάδας και έτσι νιώθουμε, έτσι τα είπαμε, πάμε σιλάκα μου.
There you go. See, and this is it. And this is exactly it. What all that matters is that we got the win. And we've been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks since we've been doing this podcast. I don't care if we win by playing pretty football. I don't care if we play the ugliest football you've ever seen in your life and we win. Winning is all that matters. Progress is all that matters. And our players are developing. The youngsters had a very difficult game today, and they showed their mental toughness. It shows how they can come into a game where our backs against the wall and they still put in a performance. Psati was absolutely brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. I can't slate many people. You know, like I said, I was critical of Johnny's earlier because he weren't tracking back, and I'm stand by it. But again, he worked his bollocks off. So, you know, the fact is we're through to the next round, and actually we can't have false hope. This wasn't a performance, a stellar performance. It wasn't the greatest of performances. As I said, our backs were against the wall. We were against the ropes for a lot of the game, but we still got a result. We still got a result. That's it. That's it. And you know, I don't think we're under any illusions how much improvement needs to be made.
Okay,
but
that's it.
We're not, are we? Am I lying?
No. That's exactly our thoughts. I think at the moment, if anyone says anything different, he's under some Anyway, it
is what it is. We're going to sleep nice tonight. We're going to sleep. By the way, Chris, what possessed you to do that to your hair, man? I forgot to ask you. What possessed you to do that to your hair? Why would you do that to your hair?
Don't even ask, bro.
Come on. I mean, I can't talk again. I mean, the light is shining against my fucking head, so it looks like I've got a fucking white spot right here. But it's the fucking
I thought you
light.
couldn't even see that my lighting's so bad.
No. I saw your Instagram videos, man, and your TikToks and all that. I'm thinking, what's he done to his hair? He's gone flat out Eminem here.
A 2 meter tall, Slim Shady.
Yeah, you'd be all right.
Come on, man. Or a white ATM when.
Oh, DJ EI, here we go.
DJ EI is nice, man.
Yeah. Mike is coming to Cyprus on Sunday, everyone. He needs 3 tickets for next Thursday. Mike, this isn't like Old Trafford. You can't just turn up to the ground and say tickets. Yeah, there are no touts in Cyprus. You get arrested for that kind of shit. Out there, boys, Twitter handles, all that kind of good stuff. It's all there, isn't it? Roy, no chop.
Yeah, Roy, no choftes.
Oh, over there.
Whatever. Yeah. And there you go. So that's it. We're through to the next round. Thank goodness. Until next time, Roy. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Roy.
Πάμε σιλάκα μου, πάμε πεχάνες μας γάμο, γράτσαμε.
I'm going to say it better myself, to be honest.